I started my European shop in 1980, and I also am the leader of the ATI European 20 group. I also do some side consulting. I also work with George a bit to help promote his product, and I also do a little bit 360 and with Bosch, and looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with Shopware. So as I met George at, I don't know what conference it was, 5 or 6 years ago, and I saw this page, and I knew how much my service advisors struggle trying to always be looking back in history to see what the cars do for, see how old the spark plugs are, especially as our main line BMW started having so many different models and so many different intervals. We were missing things. This here is the service advisor's best friend if they use this page, excuse me, right here. And I can't say enough about it. The shops that utilize this page at the front counter are going to make more money because they're not going to miss things. They're not going to be fumbling back in your point of sales history. This page is worth everything that the subscription costs. Is this page right here. Their famous line is, if the report says it, it must need it, go ahead and do it. And if you've got somebody in there that has some items in red and sees something in blue that it's going to be due in 90 days, they're going to go ahead and have you do that too, because they don't want to come back in 90 days. And in this particular case, this one that George has got up right now, it's due for a brake fluid service in 7 months. We do that every 2 years. That might be a little too early to do it, but if that said 3 months, that's a slam dunk right there. Quite a few customers call us up half jokingly and ask them if we put a tracking device on their car. And we say, what are you talking about? Well, I just got this postcard in the mail and it's within 100 miles of my actual odometer reading. And for those who have been around a long time and were with other CRMs earlier in their career, you were constantly sending service reminders out that were thousands of miles off the mark. And this solves that problem. Using this as a tool at the service counter, when you have that report laying there and the customer walks in, they've already seen it via email or text or the postcard, and they're familiar with it. It's not foreign to them. So they trust it. And they buy off the doggone report. I mean, they really do. And the famous line is, report sees it, it must need it, go ahead and do it. And it's just a great thing. And another thing that's really nice for our other customer, which is our internal customer, the technician, we don't have to have them inspect things that we're tracking. So there's no pulling out filters on the cars that we know the history. It's a waste of time. And on some of our cars, taking out a cabin filter and air filter could be a half-hour job just to put it right back in again. So it just seems to just really streamline things all the way around, both internally and externally. We're sending out the same request for review that we've always sent out through Service Intelligence. And we have ours customized to only ask for a Google review. We're getting more reviews than we've ever gotten, and it's just been phenomenal.